So in this video, I'm going to be telling you how we identify value props to build our cold emails around. This is how we write emails that make prospects feel like we are reading their minds, we know their problems inside out, even without having hands-on time speaking to them and asking them these questions, and without having to spend weeks testing different angles, different value props, and seeing what they're receptive to. This whole process takes 60 seconds and it's a game changer for us. And so if you don't know me, my name is James. I run Lighthouse. We're a B2B lead generation agency. So I help people with cold email and cold outbound systems. And we generate over 300 leads a month for our clients. So yeah, I'm going to hop right into it. This essentially uses Claude to scrape a few different sources for very valuable information that will build you can build your cold emails around. The big issue when you're writing fresh copy for a new client or to an ICP you don't know too well is you only know from an outside perspective, right? You're not inside their head. You don't know their problems, inside out. I'm sure you receive cold emails all the time, and probably 1 in 20, 1 in 50 resonates with you. And the reason it resonates and the others are a complete waste of time is because it touches on a problem that you actually have, right? It hits. And this is what this skill does. And so the sources are, Reddit, G2, forums, podcasts, blogs, anything live on the internet, but Reddit is the main source, and it runs in seconds, and it honestly could save you weeks of testing and get you to the right point first. And so, yeah, what the skill does, you essentially give it your ICP and the service that you offer, the offer that you have. It then searches Reddit and G2, Quora, and just the internet for relevant blogs or forums, and it looks for posts from people in your target market specifically talking about a pain point related to the service that you offer. So let's just say for us, for example, we offer lead generation services. So, I could give it an ICP of, M&A firms or private PE firms, owners in the US. And their problem that we help them with is lead gen sourcing off-market deals. And so you give it that one single prompt, takes 20 seconds, and that's all it needs. And what it will return is, real quotes, these snippets of what it finds, the value propositions it finds based on that, and what you should be testing, the problems that people are speaking about, and it also recommends how you should segment your market based on that data as well. And so this is really, really powerful for putting cold emails together that actually resonate with your target market. So I will go into Claude now, and I'll demo it out, and we can go from there. Okay, so I'm now in Claude. I'm going to demo this out for you. So we want to write a campaign ourselves to M&A advisory practices, business brokers, and private equity firms in the US who, these are the owners of them, small practices, small to medium practices, who are obviously struggling with lead gen. And so I've just written out this short prompt. I spoke this, it literally took 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, and we will see what it puts out. Okay, so it's done. So as you can see here, these are the sources it used. So it found some subreddits, went on G2, Capterra, and found some other forums as well. This is what it's returned. So we got a pain point brief there, which is kind of the overview. Existential data point. Now this, if you don't know, is a framework coined by Jordan Crawford. It's essentially, how to identify what is the single most influential factor to your ICP related to what you offer. It's essentially, how do you find the best possible value props? So this is what it's returned here. And then what this skill will actually also do is based on what it finds, it will recommend different segments. So as you can see here, segment 1, established solo advisors, small boutiques, 2 to 7 years, 1 to 5 people. Segment 2, newer brokers, 0 to 3 years, first independent role. And segment 3, lower middle market M&A boutiques, 5 to 15 people. And so it split it up because segmentation is just vital when you're writing the copy to ensure that it really hits. Okay, so onto the pain point. So as you can see here, it's pulled this one here, and it gives you real quotes too, but it's pulled from the subreddits or wherever it is, wherever its source is. And so the outbound even does a little outbound angle too. So this one is finding clients seems to be a perennial problem. Second one, public deal platforms are a race to the bottom. So broker listed deals transact at 0.5 to 1.5 times higher EBITDA multiples because of competitive dynamics. Advisors who rely on listed flow are fighting the hardest battles for the worst terms. See, this is something that, if I was just taking a guess at what motivates these people, what's important to them, but I would probably never have gotten to. Real insights come from the actual ICP. And so this is extremely valuable. Too reliant on referrals, can't predict when the next deal comes in. spending all my time on outreach that doesn't convert. I can get to owners before someone else does. Sorry, I can't get to owners before someone else does. A long sales cycle means I'm always flying blind on where next revenue comes from. So these are really, really powerful value propositions here. It's given us a raw signal summary. So all of this is gold. You know, if you're writing your emails, especially when you've got no data to work from, this is so valuable. And then we also have our cold email writing skill. And so you can then just get it to go ahead and write angles immediately based on these value propositions as well. And so this whole thing took me all of 2 minutes, if that. And we've got value propositions and problems to work from that, you know, it could have taken me weeks or even potentially never to work out and identify. And this is what really takes copy from being good to being exceptional. Okay, and I was curious, so I actually went and told it to go ahead and write some emails for segment 1, which, if you remember, was the established solo advisors and small boutiques, so 1 to 5 people for each of the value props. So this is what it's come up with. Need a few tweaks, but not bad for a start. So do you have capacity for new sell-side listings at the moment? I'll let you pause and read that if you want to, but yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty damn good. I mean, and that's taken me like a couple of minutes. So I could just spend another 10 minutes editing these, giving it some feedback, and we would have really powerful, usable cold emails done. You know, it's a process that used to take hours, if not even sometimes days. And, you know, with the insights that we have, these emails should do even better. So, yeah, what I'll do is I will include a link below in the description for you to have access to our public GitHub repo. From there, you can have access to this skill already done for you. Literally just get it from there. Super, super easy. No API key needed. So, yeah, if you want it, it'll be there below. I highly recommend setting something like this up. And yeah, if if you have any questions, feel free to ask and follow along for more videos.